Hey there, welcome to First Five. If you're looking for encouragement, you came to the right place. Let's dive in. Let's just go ahead and dive in today. Psalm 42 verses 1 and 2 say, "As the deer longs for streams of water, so I long for you, O God. I thirst for God, the living God. When can I go and stand before him?" That's so good. As the deer longs for streams of water, as the deer pants for the waters, what another translation says, so I long for you, O God. What does the longing of your soul look like right now? Can I be honest with you? Can we be real? Can we be honest with one another in this moment? I have this deep desire and longing for deeper intimacy and time with God. I don't do a great job of making it. I truly don't. I want my soul to feel like the psalmist's soul does in Psalm 42. I want my soul to long for God, to thirst for the living God, to ask the question, when can I go and stand before him? When can I be in his presence? I want to have an expectancy for the presence of God. Like when's the next time I can get in the presence of God and just sit? But I often allow the busyness of my life to take over. And this season is busy. It's busier than probably any other season in my life before it. And I'm a run and gun type of dude. I'm an ambitious type of dude. I know how to get things done. And so I should be used to busy, but this busy is different because this busy is juggling faith and career and life and family and wife and kids and all the other things and money and just and friends and relationships. And this is just a juggling season. I'm trying my best to integrate all the things, but I know that it all has to bleed from a longing for the Lord. That in my relationship with God, I would long to be in his presence, that I would ask the same question that the psalmist did. When is the next time that I can stand before him, that I can stand in his presence? My soul longs for God. And whether I choose to prioritize him or not, I know my soul is thirsty. That's the crazy thing about you and I, is whether we choose to actually prioritize time with God or not, our soul longs for deeper connection with God. The scriptures say that God has placed eternity in the heart of man, that deep down inside of us, there is a longing for the divine. There is a longing for something that is greater than ourselves. We have a semblance of an understanding of who God is, whether we ever actually choose to acknowledge God. That all of creation in and of itself speaks to the Creator, and that our soul longs deeply for connection with the Creator. And yet, you and I often don't put enough intentional effort forward to actually be in the presence of God. And I know those two things sound juxtaposed. We're putting effort forward to be in the presence, the resting presence of God. But here's the truth of the matter. All it takes is not much effort. All it takes is just a moment in time to sit and hear from God, to sit and talk to God, to sit and read his word, whether it's one verse or one chapter. I'm talking to my own soul today. I don't know about you, but one verse or one chapter or 15 minutes or 5 minutes or 3 seconds, God can do a work if we give him the space and the intentional time to speak. So what is your soul longing for? Is it for God? Is your soul thirsting for God? Are you speaking like the psalmist? When is the next time that I can be in the presence of God? When can I go and stand before him? Because that's where I want to be. Does your soul long for God like a deer longs for water? Water is essential for the deer, and living water is essential for our lives. So what does it look like for you today to carve out intentional time to sit with God, to stand before him in his presence, to bask in his glory, to worship him? What does it look like today for you to spend intentional time being with the one that your soul longs after? Because eternity has been placed in the heart of man. You have a longing and a desire for God that you don't even know And the only way for you to be able to satisfy and satiate that desire is to be in relationship with him, to sit with him, to stand in his presence. Whether you know it or not, you're thirsty. You're thirsty. So drink from living water today. Take some time. Spend some time with God. And you know what? I'll do the same. Let's prioritize the one who our soul thirsts after. I really hope that encouraged you today. And we'll talk soon.